Greetings, YouTube. I have been asked the same question over and over again lately in a lot of different ways, and this is coming mostly from newer players who are just kind of overwhelmed by how much content there is to do in the game. And I think it's easy to take for granted someone like myself who's been playing the game for a couple of years and doesn't really need to do a lot of things in terms of order. I've completed all the story quests. I've done the labyrinth run that I've wanted to do. I've ranked up most of my champions so I don't have to do daily catalyst grinds. But for the average player, that's the opposite, right? You're not really sure where to start, and it can be very overwhelming. It used to be overwhelming for me long before, of course, dungeons were even introduced. So I just wanted to do kind of a quick-ish video trying to explain what to do in the game. Now, the first thing that I want to suggest is that you target 16 champions to fill your roster. Why am I choosing the number 16? Well, really, when you break it down in the game, you only need 16 of your best champions because you need 5 for questing, 5 for Alliance War defense, 3 for Alliance Quest attack, and 3 for Alliance War attack. That's just 16 champions. So the temptation is going to be to collect all the champions and to get hyped up about the new champions every month. And I think that's a fool's game because you're always going to be chasing a rainbow that gets further and further away from you. And even if you got all the champions, you can only play with 16 of them at a given time. So stop listening to the hype of needing all the new champions, which the game tries to get you to do also to have you spend as much money as possible, and really just try to find the 16 best champions. And you want to have a combination of high damage champions. Of course, people like Blade and Star-Lord and Stark Spidey are ideal. And then you want to have champs that have amazing immunities, or in Iceman's case, triple immunities, to poison and bleed. Things that, whether it be nodes that are poison and bleed specific like an Alliance Quest and Alliance War, or really just facing champions like Abomination or even Scarlet Witch that can cause poison, you're able to really set yourself up in a good position to win the fight. You also, of course, want to concentrate on champions in that 16 that have the best synergies, and at this state in the game, that is why everyone who plays the game should want to try to get at least one iteration, I don't care if it's a 3-star, of Ghost Rider, Blade, and Stark Spidey, although really the best synergies will come for the 4- and 5-star versions of those characters. Now you might be wondering, what about the arena? If you are a newer player and you are wondering what to do with the arena, my suggestion by far is to concentrate on the arena that puts out the best units and battle chips for the value. And believe it or not, it's not the 4-star arena. It's not the 5-star arena. It's not even the 2-star arena. It's the 3-star arena. Why am I saying the 3-star arena? Well, it is so easy, even if you're starting out, to get these 3-star arena boosts. And those things, when applied to a top-ranked 3-star champion, will be worth far more in points than you would think. In fact, a 3-star arena boost champion is worth as much as many 4-star champs in the 4-star arena. So you're going to be getting these milestones super quick, and you'll be able to collect a good amount of units, premium hero crystal shards, battle chips, and gold. And then, of course, you'll be gaining more battle chips, which then you can gain for gold and units, and even a chance at a Punisher in the arena crystals. So the arena is a wonderful thing, but it's easy to get burnt out and feel like you're stuck at the DMV if you do it too much. And so I would recommend, if you're a newer player watching this, that you rank up your 3-star champions and start playing the 3-star arena. It's also really, really easy to get what's called the infinite streak once you rank up your 3-star champs, so you're never going to have to worry about losing that streak, and you'll get the maximum multiplier, which is the 3 times multiplier, starting after you've won 5 fights in a row in that arena. Now the next question, which is kind of an interesting question, is, should I focus on masteries or champions? Now, I would never recommend that you use units to buy crystals. Those crystals will come normally in the game for you, just completing content. So if you're tempted to spend 100 units on a premium disappointment crystal, never do it. Instead, use those units on masteries. And even though I'll probably do a different video explaining this further, if I was new to the game and I needed help, I would immediately do all I could to save up, and as soon as I start leveling up myself, to awaken, not limber, dexterity and parry. Why? Well, dexterity mastery you only need one of, and that will help you when you learn to evade projectiles, which most champions in the game have some form of that you fight. You're going to be able to not get damage because you're going to dodge them with that dexterity mastery. But parry really is the most important mastery, and I get that question every day, especially when I live stream. What mastery should I focus on first? Parry, because you can start every single match with a block. And the more aggressive the AI, the more likely it is for them to attack you as soon as the fight starts. And so I always start from the defensive position when I fight. And if you parry and in a sense reflect stun once you block, you start off automatically having a wonderful advantage in the fight. And then if you max out that parry, as you can see, timing that block right also reduces the damage by 25%. So even if you're fighting really strong opponents who have a much higher PI than you, you're not going to take a ton of damage. And then you'll also see that you can stun attackers for up to 2 seconds. And 2 seconds is a long time in the game. Now, a question that I've been asked quite a bit as well. What should I focus on first, story mode or event quests in terms of the monthly quests? Now, story mode's good at first to kind of get your feet wet and also get some really easy content that's not going to take a lot of energy cleared. But when in doubt, always complete the monthly quests first because they are limited in time duration. These story quests will always be here. They are not going anywhere. But the monthly quests won't. And so you want to maximize your ability to get those rewards before they go away. And I also want to say, especially with a monthly event like today, and I'm just going to quit out of this. I was just doing a Vanquishing Blows run for points. If you want to maximize your chance to do well in these monthly events, you're going to have a small window if you're in a good alliance, because chances are you're going to bring your best champions to both Alliance Quest Attack and Alliance War Attack. So you can't bring them into monthly quests because they're going to be used. There's going to be a small amount of time between when Alliance Quest finishes and Alliance War starts where you should have all of your best champions available. And that's what you want to save your units up, because if you need to clear a bunch of content at once, it's better to buy, which is the best value in the game anyways, 30 unit energy refills and try to clear a bunch of the content fast before your champs need to go back into Alliance Quest or Alliance War than it is to kind of stall. I mean, just think, you can buy 3 full energy refills for less than the price of 1 premium hero crystal. So it just makes sense to spend your units not only on masteries, but also on energy. And so you want to obviously start, if you're a newer player, with beginner and then work your way up to normal. Now, when you're not doing that, and let's say that your champs are being used, your best champs, for things like Alliance Quest and Alliance War, what can you use your energy on? Well, this is where these daily quest proving grounds, between whether it be the daily catalyst grind, if today it's Cosmic, or even just grinding for these T1, T2, T3, and eventually T4 basic, really come into play. Because this is going to be your best chance to start accumulating resources to rank up those champions. And just think, every time you do this and you get to rank up those 3 stars, you're also helping yourself out in the arena. So really it's a domino effect where the more effort you put into ranking up champions, the better you'll do in arena. And then the better you do in arena, the faster you'll get premium shards and units and battle chips. And the faster that happens, the better champions you'll get. So it all kind of just falls into place. So kind of in review, concentrate on 16 champions. don't be overwhelmed by the newest champions every month. They're a flash in the pan. You really want to concentrate on diversifying your roster, high damage champions, along with some synergies and definitely some immune champions that also have regeneration. So people like Iron Man, a lot of people get someone like Iron Man first. That's fantastic. And I've also seen a lot of people say one of their first champions lately, which is awesome, is Mephisto. That's a great champ to put in that 16. And then when you want to do things like monthly quest, you want to maximize the time you have those best 5 attackers not used in Alliance Quest and Alliance War, and that will be when you want to use your units on energy refills to just clear as much content at once with your best team so you don't have to use a bunch of revives and potions and things because you have your best squad with you. And then when you don't have your best squad with you, use that time to grind for daily catalysts or daily class-specific catalysts, and then really spend most of your units on building up that mastery tree so your fights become easier, you become better, and just in general, that's the best value for your units. So thanks for watching. I hope that this has helped so many of you that have asked me how to prioritize in the game. I didn't even get the chance to talk about dungeons, but I really think for the average player starting out, and I don't know if dungeons will be permanently added or not, I wouldn't worry about playing dungeons at first because you're going to want to spend your time ranking up your champions. The dungeons is kind of a cool thing that's just here for a brief time, at least for right now, and that's why I didn't cover it. But otherwise, I hope that helps. Thanks so much for watching and supporting my channel. You all are awesome. I've really enjoyed live streaming for the first time this week. I look forward to doing it more in the future. And just best of luck. If you have any specific questions about the game, you can comment below on this video, and I'll do my best to answer them in the allotted time that I have. Thanks again for watching.